My Sweet Audrina, Part 2, Sylvia. Time had slowed down for me. Now I could retain my memories and store them in the safest places in my brain. With the help of my daily journal, I read over my memories daily to deeply implant them. The rocking chair was helping in more ways than one. I had a hold of peace now. I had a refuge now, a sanctuary where I could find Mama's image floating on the clouds. I was 11 years and 8 months old that May when Sylvia came home. My aunt had confirmed this, and I believe she was telling me the truth this time. She also confirmed Vera's age as being 3 years and 10 months my senior. Nothing, I told myself, would ever make me forget my age again. I wouldn't allow the gray mist of forgetfulness to come again, and obscure important events. I looked in my mirrors and saw a small hard breath swelling over out my sweaters. I wore my sweaters loose, hoping Arden wouldn't notice, but already I'd seen him looking there and trying not to let me see him when he did. I saw other boys in school taking interested surveys on how my figure was improving. I ignored them and concentrated on Arden, who was still in the same school Vera attended. What I had under my sweaters was small in comparison to what Vera displayed by wearing the tightest sweater she could squeeze into. Papa never objected to Vera's tight sweaters. Vera was allowed to date and go to movies and school proms. She belonged to half a dozen clubs, or so she reported when she came home very late sometimes. I never had time to socialize. I had to hurry to Mr. Rinsdale every day after school, but I was uneasy with him now. I couldn't help but think of what Vera had told me about what she did with him. Half the time I thought she lied, half the time I thought maybe she didn't. One day, he had his sports shirt open at the throat, and his chest was very hairy, just as she'd said. She had described his naked body to me in such detail it was almost as if he wore transparent clothes. I couldn't look his way. The girls I met at school asked me to their slumber parties, but Papa always refused to let me go. He wanted me home with him, listening to him, watching him shave, hearing his trials and tribulations at work. While he shaved and I still perched on the edge of the tub, I learned how to sort stocks, what buying long meant. I heard about wash sales and municipal bonds, tax shelters, percentage rates, hedging, and tax loopholes. The stock market was a crazy gambling game for the very rich. Only the ones with millions were sure to profit, unless they were somehow intuitive. You are, said Papa. Audrina, the rocking chair did help you, didn't it? Yes, Papa. Can I go now? I want to call Arden and make plans to meet him tomorrow. There's a movie showing I'd like to see. I'll take you to the movie. Vera goes to the movies with boys. Why can't I? Because I don't give a damn what Vera does. I'd argued this out before and lost. I was sure to lose again. Then Papa smiled. Well, my love, my impatient one, you are soon to have again what you want most. Tomorrow morning early, I'm taking off to drive to where Sylvia has lived since she has left the hospital. I've already called and made all the necessary arrangements. Sylvia will come home with me tomorrow morning. Oh, Papa, thank you, thank you. How strange, his sad smile, how very strange. Early the next morning, long before Papa was out of bed and was ready to drive to Sylvia, I raced through the woods to the cottage on the other side. The woods were lush and green, full of beauty of spring. I was hoping to catch Arden before he rode off on his bicycle to deliver the morning papers. His old car had conked out, was now just junk to clothe the yard as he tried to repair it again. Robins and purple martins were on the grass, paying very little attention to me as I ran to the cottage door and threw it open without knocking. Straight on into the kitchen I ran, only to pull up short and gasp. There was Billy wearing shorts and a red tank top. For the first time I was seeing her without all those long, full skirts that made it seem she did have 2 legs hidden there. Her hair was loose and waving, and the knit top revealed a remarkably bulbous bosom, but all I could see were the little 8-inch stumps thrusting out from the legs of her shorts. It was pitiful. I kind of shrank away. Those stumps where her beautiful legs used to be. I glanced toward the living room, where she had all the photographs of herself in costume. To my surprise, Billy began to laugh. She reached to touch my cheek. Well, go ahead and stare all you want to. Can't say I blame you. They're not pretty to look at, are they? But remember that once I had 2 of the most beautiful